To CFO Today International. I'm your host, Sister Patty Quintos, and we have a truly inspiring story to share with you in our livelihood segment today. Meet our remarkable booklet couple from the District of Washington State who have taken their goat farming venture from humble beginnings to extraordinary success. It's a story of determination, resilience, and the power of hard work paying off. I'm sure you don't want to miss it. Let's watch this.
This is for pig. No.
Kanino anak ka siyang bala? We're here in Arlington, Washington po. The farm is called Arlington Boer Goat Farm. So the farm is all about raising Boer goats, and we pretty much have about 100 plus heads of goats right now po. In this goats right now po. In this episode of CFO Today International, get your boots on as we learn about what it takes to run a successful agricultural business.
Come and see the daily happenings in the lives of our brethren here in the Arlington Boer Goat Farm, wherein, despite the challenges they face, they strive to dedicate themselves in their worship of God, which in turn has allowed them to reap and harvest unsurmountable blessings. Let's go!
Dito pa tayo sa bahay. Dito tayo naalis. Nagsosot pa lang tayo. Tignan yung sot. Katerman natin. Kahit maganda ang sikat na araw, clear na clear ang langit. Napakalamig. Siguro ang temperature lang natin ngayon, chinek ko kanina bago umalis ng bahay, nasa 21. Hi Mingming, good morning. Nasa 21 degrees lang kami Fahrenheit. Mga nasa around negative 6 degrees Celsius siya. So imagine nyo kung gaano kalamig yon. Ayaw na makapal yung pagka-frozen niya. Ayan ang ating mga pinapalaki. So ngayon, sila yung napaka-iingay. Ang ingay nila. Muna sila mga kambing. Masarap sila dyan. Ano na ngayon? Napakalamig.
It only started po, actually, it's just the idea of just having an extra income on the side. So during my son's first birthday back in 2016, my husband actually started this whole idea, but it's all about meat goat, not raising goat at all. So during the first birthday, he borrowed the money from my son's birthday party, and then he started that. So he borrowed and he got 2 goats, and then we were able to butcher them and package them, and then we sell them to his co-workers po, because his co-workers, a lot of them are Filipinos, so they really like goat meat. And then he was just like, they're always ordering goat meat, why can't we start with the goat meat business? So from 2, he got 2 orders, and then next week we were running around getting 3 more goats, and then the next week is 5, the next week is 7, and then time comes to where we don't have a place to put any goats, because we used to live in Seattle po, and Seattle, it's not allowed. It's not a farm area. So we were like, we bought a trailer to put all the goats in there, 9 goats at a time, and I'm like, this is not gonna work. One day it's not gonna work. So we were like, okay, so what are we gonna do? So we ended up looking around the area po to get actually just this used to be just land, nothing else, nothing more, no buildings, none whatsoever, no fences too. So it's just a plain land po. So we were like, well, this is perfect in raising goats. So, and the rest is history po. Now we're here. The main purpose now, we move away from goat meat now. So we're more on breeding and exporting to Asia. So each pen will have a different ages. So that one pen older, younger, and then when breeding cycle comes, we can breed them per pen.
Yes.
Opo, it's easier because since we ship about 3 to 4 times a year, we need at least 15 to 20 mommies. We call them does for goats, so that when they give birth, that batch is gonna go all together. And then after 3 months, the other batch will get bred, and then 5 months of gestation, they give birth, and then that batch of kids, we call them kids, the baby goats, will be shipped to the Philippines too. That's why they're on different fences.
Yeah.
And then we also have a 2 pen to where we separate the baby male and the baby female goats. We call them buckling for male and doling for female. Opo. Tapos yung the separate ones so that they won't mix, so we know which one is a buckling and a doling, and then we raise them before shipping po.
When we started this goat in the goat industry po, wala kaming alam. We're totally, nothing knowledge about raising goats. So marami kaming losses in the first couple years. Like namamatayan kami like every single day. That's our loss. And then
about 3 years of losses.
Yeah.
But it's just the motivation to have this. Yeah. It's push us forward. So if she lost, we just do overtime at work so that we can compensate with the losses.
Because pag namatayan ka na, you already lost that one. And you lost your hard work and your money on that. So, but we did not give up. Kung nag-give up kami, then we are not here anymore. Di ba po? Like, just strive. That's one of the many pagsubok sa amin sa goat farming.
Also po, when we started, I said we butcher goat. We both have no experience how to do it.
Nothing.
We have 0. So YouTube was our best friend. So we sit together, we drink coffee, and we're not watching TV at all. We're watching YouTube on how to raise goats and how to properly butcher and package them. That's how we started po. Yeah, and then when we had the farm and we started racing, and then when we started racing, but we didn't totally move out of butchering a goat meat industry. We did it slowly because we are already known for that. So we keep it while we're racing them, and then when they finally are big enough that we can say, okay, we're gonna do this, then we slowly cut down on butchering, and then we build back up on racing. Actually, racing is not even in the plan. It's just butchering po. But when pandemic hit, we were lucky enough, I guess. We caught a break because we found out that the Philippine government were trying to expand the goat meat industry in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So they were importing from Thailand the Boer goats. We called it Boer goats.
Australia.
Oh yeah, that's right, in Australia. But in Australia, the Boer goats are not as big as this and as not wide as this. So during pandemic, they look on exporting more from US Boer, because usually our US Boer has the nicest build when it comes to Boer goats. So we have a very thick, long, meaty. So we contacted them, they contacted us, and then we start from process very slow, because it's hard for to negotiate on what to do and how to do it. In the Philippines, they have these local government units. So we have a farm in the Philippines, also an extension of this. So it's being taken care by my brother. So my brother is like our agent back in the Philippines. Opo, he talks to we sell it to the government. We also sell it to individuals po. Yes po. So we have like our goat farm page. They usually message us through that po. Yeah, when we started, we were very busy because trying to like promote our goat industry, and it's hard because you are not known in the Philippines that you're raising goat. We just got a break because the government were proud of us that there's a Filipino in the US that's raising a registered Boer goat that's able to help the government. So that's how it started po.
MJ, what time is it? It's game time! Oh, it's game time!
Okay.
Okay, so the title of our game is
Who the goat? Go to!
So, me and MJ, so I'm Sister Cassie by the way, me and Sister MJ, we will have 1 minute to go in there. So, once we enter those gates, the timer starts. And basically we have all this delicious food. Goat, do you see this? Mm-hmm. And we have all of this food that goats like. But basically we have to compete against each other to see how many goats can we get in our group. And basically whoever has the most goats under 1 minute wins. So, are you ready, MJ?
I'm ready, Sister
I got
Cassie.
all of this food. Y'all see it? They can smell it, huh? It smells so good. Come on, goats.
Go!
Oh, look at this. It's so delicious. So yummy. No. Look. Yeah. Look. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Yum. Get some. Ay, yeah. Yum. Come on.
Look, wait.
Yo, gather. No. Jexel. No. Come on, guys. Hold on.
Oh, let's go.
Look, guys. Oh,
No, wait.
yum,
Hello.
yum. Look, come on. Can you see us? Where's some more here? Yeah, I got you.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Come on, let's go.
I need goats.
Come on.
I don't got goats with me.
Let's go.
I don't have any goats.
Yeah.
Oh, now you guys are going to me?
There you go.
Now you guys are going to me?
More.
You need to be licensed here. Registered. You need to register all the goats that's flying to the Philippines.
Yes, po.
So it's like they need the registration. That's their birth certificate po. Yeah. And then in the Philippines, that's why we went back home for about 3 months, because that's all we did. We process licenses. We process the permit to our quarantine facility has a different permit, and there's a specification on how you need to build your quarantine facility. So we need to go home and sign all those that we acknowledge and all that. And then po, the government also issues an importer permit. That's a different permit too. And then the Bureau of Animal Industry gives the quarantine permit. And that's only in the Philippines po. Here in the US, we're lucky enough to know people that can transport for us. So all we need to figure out po is how to raise them very healthy so that when they fly po It's about 16 to 24 hours flying too. Airlines. So we need to make sure they're not stressed and all that. And then we need to register them. We need to spend some the doctor's fee, their vet fee. They need to be seen by the vet, get
Every
tested
single-
that they're
yeah.
healthy, and then they go to California po. Then from the California, our agent will send them to the Philippines po. Yeah, it's usually about, you can ship 25 to 37 goats at a time in one crate. Oh, there's some here po. But we are more, because if we sell here, we're not gonna have enough to ship in the Philippines. So what we usually do po is we fill that bucket, we fill our export to the Philippines
Yes.
first. Anything of excess,
Excess.
then we open. And also, not all Boer goats that's born is
Yes.
quality-wise, cannot
Yes.
send to the Philippines. So you also pick the quality of the goat to send to the Philippines po, for them to register. So those who did not pass in the quality check that we do, we open here, we open them as a commercial, no registration, and the local farms here get them po, buy them. It takes time to profit from this po, because if probably our mistake is we started with no knowledge. That's the
Yeah.
biggest mistake that we did. That's cost me 3 years of everything.
Like no knowledge, nobody like that we can ask that how's the farm goat will be, po. Yeah, so
And then after that 3 years of pure losses, no coming in, it's all losses. That's what we did the first 3 years. We slowly see the end of the tunnel back in 2020, and then from there po, and then we're slowly building back up. To be honest, we're still like fending that loss back in 2016 to 2019.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
at least we're catching back up. But without the losses po, this is very profitable, because you get about what, 70 to 80% income per goat on your expenses on one. Yes po, we
Yes.
totally stopped goat meat. The profit in goat meat is, it's hard to butcher goat. It took us about one hour.
Yeah, it takes
when
time.
we were fastest, on our fastest time, took us about 45 minutes per goat.
per goat. Yeah.
Opo, that's per goat. And so we can only butcher, what, 8 maybe sometimes, because that's our whole day. And then we still need to bring it to our customers, and you can only profit, let's say it's about 40 to 50%, but we were happy back then already
Yeah,
with
really.
that. And then we finally, like, this is not gonna work, because we're both an officer in the church po, so we can't really
Focus
be
on
here,
yeah,
all,
be
the
here
time.
all the time.
When there's an emergency you'd be like, okay, we gotta go, activity here and meeting there. And then I was the head secretary in Seattle po back then, so my Sunday is gone. That's for my secretary office. So we were like, we need to find something else that rather than butchering, or else we're gonna close. It helps us a lot po. Imagine when we were in Seattle, we have goats here. We leave them by themselves with just a prayer. like, hopefully we come back tomorrow, you're all still there. I think that's the biggest contribution of that po. And then we
always perform first. Always put church first before this one. So anything happen here that we're gone, well, we entrust everything to God. We even have a devotional prayer before we acquire this property. Before we do anything else, we do devotional prayer.
the
Before
church
we
one.
go in this industry, we you know.
We did po in Seattle.
Yeah, in Seattle,
the
yeah.
new the new church we did 1 week. We went there about, it's 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Christmas church.
Every night po, everything we inuugnay namin sa Ama. Doon kami na nananalangin sa Kanya. Hinihingi namin lahat kung anong gagawin po namin. So, yun naman, binigay niya naman po. Hindi niya lang binigay, pinaunlad niya pa po. So, from that 3 years of losses, now we are gaining. Hindi naman po namin masasabi na wala din kami kinikita dito. So, and ang maganda rin po, nakakatulog din kami sa mga kapatid. Na in the sense of, nagbibigay kami ng mga karne pag nagkakatay po kami. Yeah. Yung
In summer, when we
Yeah.
do our vegetables.
vegetables there po. Meron din kaming small garden for vegetables. And then, we don't know, ang dami niyang mag-produce ng vegetables. And it's just a small part po.
Yeah.
Di ba? Almost all of the brethren in the local, like when we were in Seattle or we are in Marysville now po, they all have fresh vegetable during summertime po.
Opo. And then we used to be secretaries. I was the head secretary. My husband was also local. But when we started this, I think we got our motivation here. So we progressed in our office. So now I'm a deacon, and then he's deaconess, and then he's head deacon. I local. And I think just our belief, because that 3 years that we lost, all we did is just pray. We don't even know where we got the money within the 3 years. We were striving, we were progressing in all the activities in the church. You know, our Thanksgiving, we never regress, but we don't know where we got it. And then one day, there's just a blessing that came, and we were like, so
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest contribution for. I think that's not the big. I think that's the one contribution that we can always look back. It's how God protected this farm, because a lot of it's open farm. We don't have
Yeah.
anything there po.
We have
So
no guard, nothing.
no guard. We don't have dogs before, nothing. We just leave it open, and then they're still here. Yeah, tapos it's just so amazing that other farms, they're losing this, they're losing that. Not me, not ours po. It's still
Yeah,
here.
especially
We count
this-
them 1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4. They're still here the next day.
Especially
Until-
this past pandemic, a lot of small farm, backyard farms, small
Yeah.
farm, they close out po. But we strive until now po.
The pandemic, they were closing. We were rising.
Yeah.
See, that's the biggest po that happened to us during that. Learn from our mistakes. Before start, you need to learn what you want first. We know what we want, but we just don't have enough knowledge, but we just swoop right in. I think that's our mistake po. But when you start a business, you start with devotional prayer. When you have your devotional prayer, God will do the rest. We don't have knowledge, but guess what? We're here, we're raising it, and now the advices are coming left and right. People asking us, what can we tell them? Advice about this, advice about that. Who can imagine we'll be like the expert of
Yeah.
this, right? But you
From
start with
nothing.
devotional prayer. When you hit a wall, turn around, do another prayer, another devotional prayer, and then everything. Rest to God. God will do the rest.
Good morning mga kakambing. Yan. May papakita ako sa inyo. Kita niyo yan? Oh, guwapo yan. Kasi i-breed ko na siya. Isasama ko na siya dito sa ilang mga doon na yan. So ngayon, inaano ko muna siya. Yan. So ngayon, inaayos ko yung hooves niya. Saka bibigyan ko siya ng dewormer. At saka yung copper bolus. Saka bibigyan ko na rin siya ng selenium. Medyo mayat siya, oh. Ayan. Ayaw niya magpatali. Paano kaya bibigyan ng ng copper bolus? Mabait naman siya. Yun lang. Siyempre, malaki siya eh. Para sa akin. Stop. Ay. Laglag. Ayan, nagbubuno kami. No. Up. Come on. No. May nakita ba kayo mga kabagis? Wala naman ha. Nalunok niya yung copper bolus. Good tayo doon. Come on, one more. Vitamins lang to. It's only for your vitamins. Come on. Come on. Open your mouth. Sarap yan. Yan mga kabagis. Kita nyo, laki niya no. Mabait naman siya. Kaya, at saka maraming babae dito. Kaya sinira niya yung ano ko. Tingnan niya. Ayan. Oh. Hindi siya pwede sa ganito. Masyado siyang malaki. Yeah. Ito. Ivermectin din to. Pour on. Para kung meron siya mga kuto or lisa or yung mites sa balahibo. Ayaw nila yan. Effective yan. Masalto na lang para hindi tumulog. Nalulugas yung dahon niya, ay yung dahon yung balahibo niya. Ibig sabihin kulang na siya sa copper. So kaya binigyan natin siya ng isa. Okay na yun. Tapos after 6 months, bibigyan ulit natin siya ng copper. So, ngayon, yan. Ready na siya to breed. Pero, ano ko muna siya? Susunod na, bigyan mo na siya ng mga couple days para kahit pa paano mag-effect yung binigay ko sa kanila, lalo na yung selenium. Come on. Yung shine niya. Come on, let's go.
This segment has truly brought so much happiness. We're surrounded with goats. We got to visit a farm and meet some incredible people that we got to see so many goofy looking goats.
But the story of Brother Jexel and Sister Simple has truly inspired us to chase our dreams despite the many challenges that we may face. As we've heard from the story of Brother Jexel and Sister Simple, running a business is not easy, but with a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work, and as long as they rely and trust in God, they were able to overcome everything.
Thank you for joining us in this episode of CFO Today. As a final thought, as long as we put God above all, He'll always be there for us.
What an incredible journey it has been for Brother Jexel and Sister Anne in the world of goat farming. From starting with just 2 goats, they have built their business into a thriving enterprise with hundreds of goats. It's truly remarkable how they went from having zero knowledge in this field to becoming experts in their craft. Their dedication and commitment have led them to this moment of triumph. Once again, I'm Sister Patty Quintas. Tune in again next week for more stories that will fuel your inspiration right here on CFO Today International. Bye for now.